Friends, this story comes from a time long ago. In a small village lived a man named Arav. His family was simple, their house small, and his days long, sunrise to sunset in the fields. Yet even in modest living, Arav's heart was large. He was the sort who never walked past a hungry face. In that village, everyone knew him for honesty and quiet kindness. Arav had a habit. If a stray dog with ribbed sides wandered near the field, he tore a piece from his tiffin and placed it gently on the ground. If a traveler passed with dust in his throat and hunger in his eyes, Arav would push his own lunch forward without a second thought. His wife, Meera, often worried. "Because of this generosity, the kitchen is always empty," she would say. "Think of yourself too." Arav would smile, not to dismiss her fear, but to hold it softly. "Meera, a hungry stomach is the worst enemy. If we can help, why shouldn't we? God sees everything." One hot afternoon, when the courtyard lay still and shadows clung to the walls, a frail voice called from the doorway. Meera peered through the window and muttered under her breath, "Now he's here too. Today the kitchen will be empty again." Arav rose, walked to the door and opened it. A weary elder stood there, thin, clothes dusty from the road, face wet with sweat. "Baba, please sit," Arav said. "I'll bring you some water." He returned with a full lota. The old man drank slowly, the lines on his forehead easing with every swallow. After a quiet moment, he whispered, "Son, I haven't eaten in 2 days. If there is any food, I'll be grateful." Arav hurried to the kitchen. On a steel plate lay only 2 rotis, the lunch he had saved for himself. He picked them up without hesitation and turned to go. Meera stepped into the doorway, worry sharp in her voice. "What are you doing? These rotis are for you. If you give them away, what will you eat? He can ask at another door. Where will we go to beg?" Arav listened. Then he spoke softly. "A hungry stomach doesn't wait. This Dadaji hasn't eaten in 2 days. If we don't feed him, what will happen to him? God will arrange for us." The elder, hearing every word, sat quietly with his hands folded, not insisting, not pleading, just waiting. Arav walked past the worry and into the courtyard. He placed the rotis before the visitor. "Baba, please eat. This is the best food we have." The old man said nothing. Hunger had taken his words. He ate in silence, drank more water, and sat in peace, as if the earth beneath him had softened. After a while, the elder stood to leave. He called Arav closer and reached into his cloth bag. From its depths, he brought out a shining golden bowl. Light gathered around it like a small sun. He set it gently in Arav's hands. "Baba, I can't take this," Arav said at once. "It belongs to you." The elder smiled. "Son, keep it. Last week a king gave me this bowl as alms. I have no use for it. I was searching for someone worthy, and today I found you." He looked into Arav's eyes and continued, "This is the result of your good deeds. Always remember, karma is true Dharma. You helped without expecting anything. Keep doing good. God rewards at the right time. Use this bowl wisely, but do not let it change your goodness. It is only a symbol, a reminder that God sees and appreciates good deeds." With that blessing, the elder turned and walked away, his steps light, his shadow long in the afternoon sun. Arav stood holding the bowl, tears warming his eyes. In that moment, he made a promise to himself. No matter the situation, he would always help. News traveled through the village, as it always does, fast and full of opinions. Some said an angel had come to test the home. Others said destiny had finally remembered Arav. Meera held the bowl, feeling its cool weight. Fear didn't vanish that day, but it sat down and made room for trust. They did not rush to sell the bowl. They patched the roof, cleared a small debt, and saved for the season when the rains might delay. Most days, the bowl stayed on a high shelf, quietly catching lamplight, while Arav continued as before, rising early, working hard and sharing whatever he could. The miracle didn't make him louder, it made him steadier. The real test came later, when prices rose and work thinned. One noon, a stranger stopped at their door, palms open like a question. Meera checked the tin. It was a bad day to be generous, and exactly the day generosity proves itself. She made a small decision. "We have dal," she said. "Not much. Sit." The man ate gratefully. That evening, the numbers were tight. But in the morning, a contractor arrived early with 2 days of paid work at the canal. Arrangements had come not as gold, but as wages right on time. Children from the lane sometimes came to see the golden bowl. "Will you sell it for a bigger house?" one boy asked. Arav smiled. "A bigger house is useful. A bigger heart is urgent." He never worshipped the bowl. He honored what it stood for, that when kindness is given quietly, the world somehow remembers. Meera, the careful keeper of the kitchen, widened the home by a handful each day. A cup of tea for a tired student, a scoop of murmurer near the door. Her love didn't become reckless, it became brave and balanced. Over time, the village learned a simple direction. If you are hungry, find the neem tree that leans like an old man listening. That house belongs to Arav. If he has 2 rotis, you will leave with 1. Reputation is what strangers hear. Character is what family sees. Meera saw both and nodded to herself in the evening light. Friends, karma is the true religion. It is not a transaction. It is a way to walk. Do good without counting the return, and God will return what is needed when it is needed in the way it is needed. Sometimes the blessing is gold. Sometimes it is peace in the kitchen, work at the canal, or courage in the heart. Never step back from doing what is right. If a bowl comes, let it remind rather than replace the goodness that brought it. If no bowl comes, share the bread anyway. Symbols are metal, goodness is practice, and practice is what God sees.